the biggest part of it was just getting the team win, and that was my first win in Pittsburgh as a Bengal. So that game specifically meant a lot, but we just got to keep pushing. We got to keep adding up these dubs and continue to win.
Thank you.
What did the touchdown mean for you down there? You hadn't scored down there. What was, what did that mean to you? And particularly the way you did it, which was, that's a highlight play.
Yeah, I just had to let them know that, man, this is a different team this year. I had to set the tone. I feel like we got a lot of guys, a lot of playmakers that at any time in the game can make a play like that, but in that position, it was me, so I just went to just make something happen.
Can you run through
did you have some?
Go ahead,
Butch.
No, go ahead.
Tyler, did you have some energy carryover from the play right before that? You kind of had that, you got tossed, but you hopped up like slamming the ball, like you were feeling some intensity. Then the next play, you bounce off a guy and go in the end zone. Is there carryover?
Yeah, because I told myself I was going to run out of bounds and try to run through him. But once we got out of bounds, I kind of stopped the play, and he kind of tried to sling me and throw me like I was a rag dog, and I ain't like that, So then he had to hear some words from me. Then the very next play, that's when I had to take it all out on it.
Can you run through the Ingram play where you bound? Can you run through that, please?
Well, I knew I had one-on-one with Bush. They was in cover 2, so I knew he was going to match to me, So I just stay patient and just hit him with a snag route, a slant return, and at that point, I just wanted to turn up and get yak and score basically, But I seen it was a lot of traffic, and again, I try to take my game to another level and not just fall down on the ground and give myself up to continue to run through contact, and that time it happened out well.
Tyler, you also had the first catch of maybe arguably the most important drive of the game right before halftime. When Joe gets in that mode, how encouraging is it to see that you guys can go down the field in 25 seconds and score such an important TD? Yeah,
it's first of all, it's crucial, but then again, it's wild because it just seems like the bigger the moments get in the games, the better he gets. The more points he gets, it's just like he's just triggered a certain way to just know exactly dialed in. Like he seems very polished and detailed at those big moments, and that's the reason why he's here. That's the reason why he's our leader.
What was the biggest difference between the offense yesterday and the offense against Chicago?
Basically the turnovers. I felt like we still kind of controlled the game in Chicago, but it was just not as explosive as it was in Pitt, But like again, if we just stay detailed and stay locked into our assignments and play sound football, it will never get stopped, and I continue to say that because it's really is that way. We still haven't reached our peak. I still don't believe I played a good game, but at the end of the day, we can get better.
Tyler,
after the game yesterday, a couple of the players that came in talked about Mike Hilton's speech. Can you give us kind of a Cliff Notes version of what that was about and when he gave it?
Yeah, he was just saying how he didn't feel valued by them guys. He was their leading turnover guy, a year ago, and for them not to invest in a guy like him, it's kind of insulting to a person because you know how good you are, and you feel like you mean a lot to a team and the organization. They just turn around and stab you in the back. I mean, I don't know what the situation was, and he didn't say that in his exact words, but we understood the message. That was pretty much how it is, and he felt the way, and he just wanted to go back there and show them boys why they ain't value him.
When was that speech?
He had a few moments throughout the week. He was pumped up. Usually how I be when we play the Steelers. So I felt everything in him. And besides all the value part, man, it's just better to go. It's just always fun to go back and play against a team that you previously played for. It just makes it funner, and them guys, and how they play and how much they hate us. So, I mean, he said it Friday, and then he gave us another speech after at the hotel at the away game at Western Pittsburgh.
Tyler, I know you've been confident in Jamar anytime we've asked you about him, even during the preseason. Has he exceeded your expectations over the first 3 weeks of the regular season?
Absolutely. And the crazy thing is I've been knew what he was capable of. We all knew, despite the preseason, it's preseason, he's still getting his feet wet. He's still trying to become him. He's just trying to focus more on locking in and getting the plays in, so we just seen him make tons of plays out of practice, hard plays, just as crazy as he making a game, so for me, it's not shocking because I've seen it. I know what he's about, and that's the reason why we got him.
Tyler, you guys were talking about how this game was different. The Steeler game was different. You wanted to, show them something. When you walked off the field, and I'm sure you shook hands with some of those guys, do you think the message was sent? Do you think they were looking at you guys in a different way than maybe they have in the past?
I think the good thing about that win was not only did the Steelers feel that, everybody in the country felt it, because the last plays of the game for them, they gave up. You could see it. They had 3 drops in a row, and that's for a team to see that is giving us more power, giving us the antidote to know how good we are. So for a team to just lay down like that before the game is over, because no matter what, no matter how much we're losing by or whatever the case may be, I know me and I know us, we're not giving up. We're gonna continue to try to make plays and make something happen. But they portrayed it to the whole nation on TV with what they were about and how they gave up. So, we just got to take advantage.
Tyler, you're talking about like just kind of the whole country seeing that. Is this kind of the perfect storm where you go on the road to Pittsburgh and really bully them, and then you get prime time at home? I'm guessing that locker room has to be pretty fired up for Thursday night.
Absolutely. It brings so much energy to the team. It just brings the confidence level so much higher, because at the end of the day, it's hard to win at Pittsburgh. Them fans go crazy. They don't care how it get done, as long as it get done. So just going there and, like you said, and being able to bully them and hit them in the mouth, definitely sent the message, because every team knows how Pittsburgh is down, know how good their defense is, and just know the Pittsburgh tradition. So just for us to go out there and do what we did, every team is raising their eyes right now, trying to figure out, wow, they a team now.
You're coming off of a huge. You're coming off of a huge win, obviously. How hard is it to reset and get ready for a Thursday night game that's just 72 hours away?
At the end of the day, we just got to just speed up on the recovery. I just feel like after Sundays, we kind of go past that after we go through film and things like that, so because each and every week we got a game, we got to get through it, make the corrections, and then move on, But for this game, it's more so getting our bodies right faster than a normal week, So I feel like we didn't have too many injuries. I feel like guys are still cool. Guys got nicks and bruises, but at the end of the day, I think we'll be ready.
2 more minutes.
T. Higgins
Tyler,
is
what kind
obviously-
of following did you have there yesterday in the stands, and what was it like for you when you got together with them after the game, and to highlight kind of the reaction from the people you had there?
Yeah, it's always love going back to my hometown and playing, in front of everybody, because I've done it. I went there and played for Pitt, and I still get the love and respect. At the end of the day, people still root for me despite having on a Steelers jersey. But I had a lot of fans in there to support me, even though they lived there. So it's always a great feeling, knowing how much people care about you coming from the city they grew up in, but just playing for another team.
T. Higgins, obviously a big piece for you guys. What does it show about the offense? You were so efficient even without T. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. That's exactly what I meant. I don't feel like we are at our peak of the offense yet. We do so much things, in our offense. And like you said, even without T being in there, just imagine T being in there, how hard it'd be for defense to match us, but at the end of the day, like I said, if we execute more plays than the next team, then the outcome will always be like that, because we got so many playmakers, so many guys that when you get the ball in their hands, they can make something happen.
Tyler, AJ Green had 5 receptions for a $112 against this Jaguars defense yesterday. Do you plan on calling him and picking his brain a little bit before Thursday?
Yeah, I had talked to him right after the game because I seen that. I was trying to figure out how the defense was, but it was just chopping it up. We still got to prepare, because whatever they did for them, they're going to probably do different to us, or, it's always a different game plan. And but I was happy for him. Seeing him go 5 for 112. I hit him up instantly after the game and congratulated him. It's always good seeing him be successful. And I always knew he still had more in the tank. It was just a different time for him. But yeah. Hopefully we'll have a better game plan than what they have and come out with the victory.
Tyler, your offensive line played extremely well. Talk about just how you feel about how well they did, how well they protected Joe.
I think Joe had plenty of time. Having time like that in the National Football League is amazing. I think average play is 4 seconds. He had about 2.5, 3 seconds in the pocket each time he was getting the ball out. So without them guys, that's how we get things going. And if they ain't doing their job, then we can't do our job. But at the end of the day, they did a better job than everybody on the field. Because they was the reason why we got things started. I don't think we had any sacks. I think Joe stayed clean the duration of the game. So that's key to winning football games.
One last question.
Hey, TV, how can what Jamar is doing? How can what Jamar is doing with these deep balls down the field change things for you? Do you and you think that you're starting to see that already in the way defenses are approaching you guys as a group?
Absolutely. It changed the whole dynamic of the offense. Because on third down they tend to key to me because I'm not going deep. But I'm doing the inside routes I know I can win on any one-on-one situation. But having a guy like that can go over the top and make plays at any down, third down, 32, throw it deep to him, then defense, you have to respond. You have to respect that. You can't just keep coming on the short routes and trying to take the short routes away just to stop the first down, because now with a player like that and the offense is evolving like it is, we're going for touchdowns every drive.
All right, Tyler, we'll let you go. Thanks for your time.
Appreciate you.